Hey guys, welcome back. What's happening? We are traveling, as you can see, and I am waiting for the next activity to happen. In the meantime, thought I'd do a little reading, see what's going on in the tarot cards today. Hope everyone is doing well. It is hot as an MFer out here in Laughlin, where I'm at, and we're gonna get some messages. Let's see. King of Wands. Oh, Knight of Wands, I'm sorry. Knight of Wands. So this is very fast moving energy. This is it's creation, but it's going in full force and not really weighing the options, just kind of, that's that teenager that jumps out of an airplane with very little regard for what can happen, and I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is being very passionate about what it is you're doing and just going in full force. Sometimes with blinders on, right? Because we don't always see what we maybe should be paying attention to, and not really thinking things through thoroughly. So that is followed by the Three of Cups. This is a celebration of your tribe. This is community. It's the Big Dipper, right? So you think about the Big Dipper as, if you think about it as a cup, right? It's that big community cup of love, of emotion. This is support from others. It's support for each other. It's you having support for them and them having support for you. Let's use the thing that we bought here. And it is serving your community, right? It's the greater good. It's doing what you do, but doing it with other people in mind, and not really I don't want to say holding things against, but it's not selfish. It is doing things with other people in mind. And when we're really passionate about whatever it is we're doing and we keep other people in mind, well, that's a pretty good combination in my opinion, because if everybody is supporting everybody, then everybody would have each other's backs. So you might have other people that see things coming that you don't see coming. So maybe take heed to that advice. Watch each other's backs. You know, in that card, all you see are their backs. You don't see their faces, which you would in a normal tarot deck. And so just pay attention to what's coming. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. This is somebody coming after you, looking messages. Swords are thoughts and communication, so it's pretty quick communication. Something's coming in, maybe a text and email, and I feel like this is the Stalker card. Somebody's watching, paying attention to what you're doing, and has a lot of opinions about it, but they're trying to catch up to you. They feel left behind, maybe. And then from there we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So Four of Swords, this is that going within and kind of shutting the world out, right? So when it's in the reverse, you're actually letting the world back in. You're coming out of hibernation, if you will. It's the spring for the bear. You've had a lot of time alone to think and to contemplate, and now it's time to come out and take action on something, whatever it is. And the Sun, happiest card in the deck. Everything's going to work out fine. Nothing to worry about at all. All of these things, they're layers, right? So, I mean, it could represent months, the last few months, or it could represent the last few days. We tend to repeat cycles over and over again, and then there's layers of those cycles. And some layers of the cycles kind of repeat at a higher level. So maybe it was something that you ran into, you know, with blinders on, but you had support from others, maybe had a little hiccup along the way and kind of withdrew from the world for a little bit, but it's time to come back out into the world because your sun, is waiting. Your happy is waiting. It's there for the taking. And then in comes the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, guys, you can't get any better than these 3 ending cards. I mean, that's happiness in your entire world. That's romantic love and relationships, and that is family and energetic resources. You have it all. You literally, as a result of this, doing it the way it was done, and sometimes we don't see it, right, when we're in this energy back here, but it's coming, like it's there. It's there for the taking. But you have to see it. You have to come out of your cocoon to become a butterfly. My butterfly right there. I love that butterfly. Ooh. All right, it's not gonna stand up. Yeah, I mean, it's the winter before the spring. It's the calm before the storm, or the storm before the calm, as the case may be, which is actually a really good album that just came out by Alanis Morissette about a month ago. But I mean, there's nothing in here, guys, that's telling me that you need to beware. Just enjoy. Enjoy what's happening. Know that cycles repeat. Know that the universe has your back, which is the cards that we're going to use now for the advice or message to go along with this situation. Have faith, guys. Have faith that good is coming. I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I am here to get closer to love. It's all about love at the end of the day, guys. Because without that, what's the point? Right? What's the point? I know a lot of people want to, remove people from their from their existence, and really, if you did and you lived all alone and everything was perfect, who are you going to share it with? At least for me, that's how I see it. I mean, maybe some people prefer to be alone, and that's fine, and I'm not knocking that, but at the end of the day, for me, I could have the best things in the world. If I have nobody to share it with, then it's no fun for me. I don't know about you guys. Let's get another message from our universe having our back. Let's see what else the cards have to say today. That's way too many. What the heck? Let's read them all. Why not? I got time. There's a stream of love supporting my dreams. That's good to know. Those of you that maybe are getting a little what is the word? When you start to feel like things aren't going to work out, a little pessimistic, know that there is a stream of love behind it. The universe works faster when I'm having fun. Yeah, I mean, go have fun, guys. Quit stressing. Quit stressing. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. You don't know what you need. We don't know what we need. Kids don't know what they need. Parents know what kids need, right? And in the grand scheme of our world, we are God's children. So God knows what we need. And what we think we need is probably not it. Or, at the very worst, we are limiting ourselves to what we can imagine, because God's imagination is so much better. And then we have the presence of love will always cast out fear. Yeah, I mean, all things with love. I preach that all the time, you guys. All things with love. When I lean on the faith of the universe, the peace becomes real. Hand it over to God, guys. Hand it over. Whatever you're worrying about, quit worrying. Know that everything is perfect. Know that everything is happening in the right way, at the right time, in your highest good. Because that is truly, in fact, what is happening, whether you see it or not. And then I'm unapologetic about what I desire, and trust that what I will focus on will grow. Yeah, I mean, energy goes where energy flows, guys. So, if I tell you not to think about a pink elephant, you're thinking about a pink elephant. The universe doesn't understand negatives. You can't say I don't want to the universe, because all it hears is I and want. And then you end up with things that you don't want. So be very careful when you're doing your manifestations, right? And your wishes granted and so forth, because you have to focus on that what you want, not what you don't have or what you don't want. You know, if you want, let's say you want a new car, you can't just constantly be saying, I want a new car, I want a new car, I want a new car. The universe will give you more reasons to want a new car. You have to be grateful that you already got it. And maybe it's hard, right? Because it's backwards. You have to feel the thing before you get the thing. We've talked about that a lot on this channel. It's not an easy task. But when you have love and gratitude for everything currently in your life, things can only get better. Literally can only get better. You know, have gratitude. Gratitude and love are the strongest feelings to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And we've got vulnerability. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. That's your throat chakra. That is speaking your truth. And if your truth makes you vulnerable, and likely it will, that is literally a show of strength, right? Being able to admit that you're human, being able to admit your mistakes, being able to have not humility like in a bad way, but humility in a way that you know you're not perfect. We all have light and dark. We all have good and bad. We all have made a million mistakes. And you know what? When you can own those mistakes and you can put it out there before someone else does, and they try to hold it against you, they're the ones that look like the fool. I mean, they truly are. There's no reason to have shame at all. There is nothing that anyone in the world has done that is so big that God can't forgive them if they simply ask. In creation, sacral chakra, the flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. So again, it's that nothing new can come in until the old is removed. So a lot of times that old being removed can be scary, and it can be frightening, and it can be disheartening, and it can be disastrous or feel disastrous. But that new thing can't come in while there's still old happening. And we have to remember that, right? When we start to go into these things full-fledged and we don't see the wake of destruction behind, it can be exciting, but then when you realize, you know, it can be sad, it can be frustrating, it can be it can catch you off guard, it can be overwhelming. But just remember, guys, you can't have something new until you get rid of something old. The universe always has our back, and we bring all things with love and gratitude, and we approach all things with love and gratitude, then nothing bad can come of it. It's not possible. It's the law. It's God's law. You know, love each other as I have loved you. And when you do that, and when you can notice the Christ consciousness in someone else with your Christ consciousness, then good things happen, right? I don't know, guys. I don't really have a lot more to say about it. It's just repeating the messages that we've been getting lately, which is just enjoy, right? Enjoy the experience that you're having. It doesn't have to mean something, or it does mean something. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly correct. It's perfectly perfect for you. You know, we don't. There's a lot of things that we think we need in this world that we don't need, and there's a lot of things that we think we don't need that we do. And ultimately, love and appreciation are the two biggest things in our world that we need to focus on, and stop playing the victim, stop playing the narcissist, stop playing the whatever, you know. Be you. Be uniquely you. Appreciate that there's nobody else on the planet that is exactly like you. Appreciate that there's nobody else on the planet that has been through exactly what you've been through, and that made the decisions that you made. Because ultimately, you are where you are as a result of your own decisions. You know, you can't blame anybody else for that. If somebody was shitty to you or mean to you or said things you didn't like, chances are you invited it somehow. You know, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but at the end of the day, people treat you how you let them treat you. And if somebody treats you the way you don't want to be treated, well, don't allow it. Walk away. Do whatever. But it is your actions and your decisions that have brought you today's consequences. Today's situation are the direct consequences of the actions you took yesterday. Let's see what the goddesses have to say about this. My little goddesses. Let's see. This is the Goddess Knowledge cards. Let's see what Goddess is going to bring us a message today. These cards are sticky. It's kind of humid out here, so the cards are a little bit sticky. Goddesses, what messages do you have for us today in our highest good? Keep us going. Looks like we've got all good things happening as long as we stay on track. What advice? There we go. We have, ooh, the bunny. I like the bunny. Look at the moon phases in there. We got a new moon coming up tomorrow night, guys. And then this one, I don't know her name, but we'll look at it. All right, so our bunny is Kaltis. Kaltis is a moon goddess venerated by the Ugric peoples of Western Siberia. A shapeshifter, she is shown here manifested as a hare, an animal sacred to her. This appearance shows her lunar nature, for the hare is a lunar creature. I didn't know that, guys, did you? Many cultures, when looking at the moon, see the outline of the hare who lives in the moon. The hare is often seen as an intermediary between lunar deities and humans, so the appearance of Kaltis in this form indicates her accessibility to her people. Kaltis is known as a fertility goddess and goddess of rejuvenation. She is called upon by women in childbirth, for she is especially venerated as a promoter of the beginning of the life cycle, although she's somewhat feared because she can determine people's destinies. She is mostly revered for her gentle wisdom. She's a compassionate guide to the mysteries of life. So again, you know, be you, guys. Just be you. And then this goddess is Inanna. Inanna is the ancient Sumerian mother goddess, both the protector of the grain and the queen of the heavens. She combines the earth and the sky. Powerful, self-sufficient, passionate, many-sided. She's a fertility goddess as well as the source of the earth's wells, springs, and rivers. Each year, Inanna descends to the underworld to resurrect her consort, Dumuzi. At each of the 7 gates, she leaves one of her garments behind until naked. She meets her sister, Ereshkigal, queen of the underworld. Ereshkigal kills Inanna and hangs her on a hook until Inanna herself is resurrected and returns to life. Inanna is a representation of the many facets that go into being feminine, as well as a guide into the dark places of psychological and spiritual death and disintegration. Well, that sounds mighty scary, guys, but that's okay. We have new moon. It's time for rebirth. It's time for regeneration. It's time to plant new seeds. It's time to let go of the old and embrace the new. It's just time. It's just time. And we got this, guys. We got it. It's easy. We've done it before on many levels. It's just a new level, new devil. It's a way to move forward, evolve, and advance in our spirituality. Doesn't have to be scary. Enjoy the roller coaster, because the merry-go-round is flippin' boring. Right, guys? Okay, I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a wonderful week and weekend, and we'll see you on the next reading. Love and light.